Chair now recognizes Mr. Van Orden for 5 minutes.
So I am much more blunt than my distinguished colleague, Ms. Brownlee. And you said that her sensitivities appear to be accurate. That if people could get together, they would perform at a higher level. I was super duper clear asking you these questions. What's the most important thing? What did you say then?
Said that they would report higher satisfaction with work if they were able to be more connected interpersonally.
So, okay, man. If you have a workforce that enjoys going to work, enjoys their environment, are engaged, and can be held personally accountable directly through observation, could we just make the bold leap saying that they would perform at a higher level?
We have a very satisfied workforce right now, according to all employees.
Okay, you are, at this point, you're obfuscating. You said that a veteran calls, they're 11 times less likely to have ideation or less likely want to commit suicide at the end of the call from the beginning, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so please help me put this together. If someone is 11 times less likely to commit suicide at the end of a phone call than they were from the beginning to phone call, but they're 10.5 times more likely to commit suicide after they call you, I mean, those are, we can play back your testimony. That's what you're saying. It doesn't make any sense. And this is why I'm more blunt. With Senior Chief Mike Day, I've had 21 of my friends, Navy SEALs, commit suicide. 21. And this sort of dancing around this stuff is not appropriate, man. These numbers, if you said someone is 11 times less likely to sound like they want to kill themselves at the end of a phone call, but they're 10.5 times more likely to kill themselves after they talk to you, that doesn't make any sense, sir. I'm the longest serving enlisted member of the military ever to be elected to Congress. So rocks are heavy, trees are made of wood, gravity's real. This doesn't make sense.
Within 12 months, sir.
Okay.
So there's a big...
Sir, does it matter if someone kills themselves within 12 months or 13 months or 15 months? They're still dead.
That is correct, but what it does matter is in terms of the effectiveness of the Veterans Crisis Line services. When the individual immediately gets off the phone with us, the individual is less likely to be dead. In 12 months that follows, the individual is still high risk for suicide. Which
Sir,
is
I am
why
in that patient category. So I know what the hell I'm talking about. I didn't read this in a book. So that's why you got these social scientists never talk to a veteran. They need to be talking to people like me. And they need to be talking to people like Matthew Brennan, my staffer. He's also in that group. We're doing something wrong. And we can do it better. And I am not in any way, shape, or form impugning your guys' intention at all. I get all my health care through the VA or through the VA system with community care. I know you're trying to do what's right. I'm just saying that, come let us reason together, because that's not what we're doing here. She's brought up some exceptionally great points, and we're just not addressing them. If we say that we think people are going to be more productive when they're at the office by sitting on their couch, because everybody here has done a Zoom call and they're doing 17 things at the same time. You know what I mean? They're not 100% focused on that phone call. I don't care who you are. You can't do it. You have distractions. And that's true, and you know that. So if the people need to focus their attention because Ms. Kiggins is sitting next to her holding me accountable, knowing that I'm focused on my job, then that's what we need to do. We just need to do that. If your priority, and I believe it is, sir, is that we have we're always going to, she's Miss Brownlee's correct. We can only get to functional zero for suicide, unfortunately. You are absolutely correct, ma'am. People are going to commit suicide, unfortunately. But if we're not doing everything we possibly can to get to functional zero, then we're not doing our jobs. That is what I'm saying. And these gobbledygooks of numbers just don't make sense. And if it can't make sense to me, like, I am the lowest common denominator, dude, and these things have to make sense to me, and they don't. And so I have 9 seconds, and with that, I want to compliment you. I do compliment you on your efforts, but I am not complimenting you on your outcomes. And with that, I yield back.